Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to change your oil in your 350Z. So, I always use Mobil 1 fully synthetic, either 1030 or 530. Since it's about to be winter, I'm going to use 530, but in the summer I usually use 1030. So the Z takes 5 quarts exactly, so I'm going to use this entire thing whenever I fill it up. But I always keep a little tiny bottle in my car for whenever I fill it up with gas. Every couple times I fill it up with gas and I check. My engine burns a little bit of oil, so I always just fill it up a little bit. And then you're going to need an oil filter. And I just go with Mobil 1, and I just use the M1 108A. That's the one that fits. So it's really basic. If you've never changed your oil before, it's super simple. So the only tools you're going to need is a 14 mil ratchet and Phillips screwdriver, and oil filter, some gloves if you don't want to get your hands dirty, some towels, and you're going to need filler and it's under the car, but you're going to need an oil drain pan to take the oil. And don't throw the oil in your trash can or wherever. Take it to an auto parts store or wherever so that they can dispose of it properly. So yeah, so up here, I'm just going to show you where everything's at. So this is yellow stick looking thing, that's your dipstick. That's how you're going to check your oil. If you didn't know that, then you should know that. Then this is where you're going to fill it up. You're just going to unscrew this, then you're going to fill it up. So what you have to do first is you have to go under the car. There's a little shield guarding it. There's a hole cut out for it where it's at, but you know, if you don't want to ruin your plastics underneath or fill up the bottom of your car with oil, then you're going to need to take it off, and that's what you need the screwdriver for. Other than that, it's just a 14 mil bolt, and then usually you can get these off with your hands. If not, you can use just some pliers or whatever you have laying around. They have tools specifically for them, but in my opinion, it's not worth buying one. So yeah, let me get under the car and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so now that you're under the car, you can see my oil drain pan right there. I forgot to mention you're going to need some jacks because this car is low from the factory, so you're going to have to jack the car up. But basically, the shroud, or the little underpiece here, there's a little slot cut out where the oil bolt is right there, and then your oil filter. Basically, you could do this with this left on. I don't like to. I mean, mine's pretty messed up. I mean, I have it tied with zip ties on here, but basically what I do is I take off that bolt down there, undo these zip ties, take off the bottom bolt down here, and then bend it down a little bit just so no oil can get trapped on top of here. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and then basically after that, all you do is take off this bolt, make sure that the drain pan is underneath of it so the oil drains into it, and then after the oil gets drained out, you'll take your oil filter off, and then put your new filter on. Make sure to put some oil in it and around the seal so it seals good, and then put your bolt back in, and you'll need to change this little washer right here, and And then after that, you can just fill it up from the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain this. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I don't think I need to show that part, but I'll get back to you guys whenever I'm up top. Alright guys, so I figured I'd show you this bit just in case you had any questions. So this is the new oil filter, and basically what I'm gonna do, what I usually do, is I'll set it on top of the box in case it leaks a little bit. But basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a little bit of oil, throw it on the inside of there, and then rub it around that seal right there. So what that's gonna do is create a better seal whenever you are putting it on there. So what I like to do is just kind of get it all in there, and then wipe your hand on a rag, and then get some oil on your finger and just go around the edge, and that'll give you a better seal. So you just put your finger in there, go around the edge. I like to just prime it up a little bit so that whenever we put the oil in, we don't have to wait a long time, and we can just kind of throw it in there. But you have to keep in mind, whenever you're putting it in there, it's going to be at an angle, so you don't want to fill it up, but throwing some in there definitely helps. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the car, and then go up top and fill it with oil. Alright guys, so basically after you put your new filter on, you put your 14 mil bolt back. All you're going to do is take off your oil cap, and then put in your funnel, throw in all 5 quarts of this oil, because the 350 takes 5 quarts. And it's also a good time to check on the inside of your oil cap. Mine's kind of shiny on the inside, but check for signs of head gasket leak or oil issues or what have you. It's just a good time to check it. So yeah, so basically now you just throw this in there, take this cap off, fill her up, take that out, put the new cap on, and then start her up. And then after you start her up, go ahead and get under the car, check, make sure there are no leaks or anything, and if there are no leaks, you're pretty much good. I mean, that's an oil change. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up, and then wait about 2-3 minutes, and then start her up and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, it's been a couple minutes. I've basically just wiped down my engine and my other bits just to make it look nice again while we were waiting for it to settle. So now what you're going to want to do is pull your dipstick out and check it. Now on these Z cars, not sure if it's the same for the Altima. I know they have the same engine, well, the V6 Altima anyways, but these are very hard to read. So basically, if you put 5 quarts in, you're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off, and then we'll hop in the car, start her up, and see if there's any leaks. Alright guys, so after you get under there, make sure there's no leak still. I'm gonna just hop in your car. Click it on, start her up. Make sure your oil pressure's good. Make sure your light doesn't come on. sure there's no smoke coming out the back again. You know, if you just put 5 quarts in, you're really not gonna have an issue. But if you do overfill it, and you put more than 5 quarts, there's gonna be smoke coming out the back, and your engine's gonna start throwing oil everywhere. Not happening because we only put 5 quarts in. So you want to check in your car again, make sure your light's not on, make sure your oil pressure's good. And yeah, so I'm gonna let her idle for about another 2-3 minutes, and then turn her off, check the dipstick, and we should be good to roll. We'll take her for a little drive, and then it'll be video done. But yeah, see you in about 2 minutes. Alright guys, so we're driving in the city now, and it's running pretty good. About to turn on the highway. We'll get a little pull in, see how she runs with the new oil. So far my oil pressure's been a lot better than it was. It was running a little bit low and a little bit flaky, but with this new oil it's doing pretty good. So just drove around for a minute, got her all warmed up, and so yeah, I'll about to turn on the highway here and get a little pull in. Yeah, oil pressure is much better. Better now. Cool. So I will see you guys at home, and